Der schwurdes Kärnan is the Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster at Hansa Park in Germany. This is going to be my in-depth review on Kärnan. I'm going to go through everything and I'm going to give it a score at the end. And this is a new channel, so please, with all respect, give us as much support as you can. The channel is owned by me and a nice person called William. He will also be doing reviews from coasters, which is gonna come out later. I was at Hansa Park earlier this year. It was only one day and it was not that much queue. But the first thing you'll see of Kärnan is when you're driving up to the park. You're gonna see this huge tower and a lot of coaster track with supports just sticking out, because Hansa Park is just located in the middle of Germany. Around it, it's just like a few trees and like farms and crops and whatever the hell. So when you actually get to the park and you're standing in front of the entrance, you can also see the tower because it is just that tall. So when the park opens, you're gonna want to go to the left past Nessie, and you could just follow the huge tower that's sticking up. And when you go up there are coaster supports everywhere. It is so insane how Gerstlauer managed to fit this in. And yes, of course, this is manufactured by Gerstlauer. And the color scheme is pretty cool. It has a dark green track with light green supports. This is the same color scheme as Helix at Liseberg, which is pretty unique. But I like the color scheme. I think it's great. It's cool. It's fun. And this is then where you will find your entrance that says Der schwurdes Kärnan. Der schwurdes Kärnan, translated to English, is the Oath of Kärnan, which is the theme. I will slap the theme up on the screen that you can read it. But in short, it's a tower in Sweden that was run by a Danish king, and they cast spell over it that makes it so that the tower could never be broken, and the tower actually stands today in real life. This is just a fake replica of the tower. So I'm going to be going through the queue now, and if you don't want to get spoiled by the queue, skip to the time on the screen, because yeah, the queue has a lot of cool hidden Easter eggs that if you don't want to get spoiled by, don't. When you go under the entrance sign, you gotta head to the right, just straight forward, then left under the drop, which is actually pretty cool. If there's a long enough queue, you can stand and watch Kärnan drop, which it does do. It drops like every minute and a half. You're gonna go further up to this like castle section, which is pretty cool, nice theming, and this is where you're gonna see your first TVs. There are TVs that are hanging like on the sides of the walls, playing a thing that Hansa Park made, which is a show that they made where some people are exploring the abandoned castle of Kärnan. And that's basically the whole theme. You're going into a abandoned castle that was cast some secret spells over it. Then you head down the stairs with more of those screens, take a right turn into a dark room, which is your show scene number 1. So here there's like a scroll, there is a big throne, and the scroll every so often, like every single minute, will like some green particles come out with a projector screen. It's really cool. It'll end up going to the throne, some glass breaks in the background, and you get some thunder noises. It's pretty cool. And it's made that when you have watched the show, a train has been dispatched and they're loading the next train, meaning that everyone moves into the next room and new people can see the show. You will never see that show twice in the same queue. Then you're gonna head into some more rooms and you will see this cool shot of a guy like filming himself in the actual Kärnan tower. and you can actually see his legs from the other end because he's he's like standing up on a ladder through some stuff in the actual Kärnan Tower. And at this point you are under the Kärnan Tower, which is really nice and unique. Then you head into your second showroom, which I can't show because this is where you have to lay your belongings. Because you can't have anything on Kärnan. The POVs are filmed and allowed by the park. No cameras, no loose objects. So, the same guy from earlier, he goes through in a video, he finds a bookshelf, and he turns the book. That opens the bookshelf, and he places his belongings in it. A bookshelf under that screen is then gonna open for you to place your belongings in. When you've done that, a ride attendant will open a door, you'll head through, and you'll come into show scene number 3. But those bookshelf places, they are double-sided. When you exit on the other side, which is in the station, and you take your stuff there and head out through the exit. Then you come in through the showroom number 3, which I think is so well done. So essentially, it's a big circle, and there are 4 rows. Row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. You choose one of those rows. Each row has orange lights under it, and then there are 4 doors which also have orange lights. When the show starts, it randomly chooses one of the rows and randomly chooses one of the doors. Yep, you can't choose where you want to sit on Kärnan. It chooses for you, meaning you can get lucky and get front, or you can get unlucky and get back. This was really nice, unique. There's a lot of audio like in the background just playing around. And I really liked it. The only bad thing is I never got to ride Kärnan in the front. I only got the back and second back, which is, it is what it is. I mean, Kärnan is a great ride. Yeah. Now I am going to read out Kärnan's stats. It is 4,051 feet long, which is 1,233 meters. It is long, and you really feel it. It is a long ride experience, and you can really see how all the elements and track pieces are drawn out. It is insanely long. It's 240 feet tall, which is 73 meters. That's a lot, and it feels even taller than it actually is. It feels like it's a giga coaster, but it's just a hyper. 80 miles per hour, which is 127 kilometers per hour. That is super fast. It feels fast, although I have not tried it in the front. In the front, you get the wind. You feel the speed. I've only been on the back and second back, where you don't feel it that much. So yeah, it has one inversion, which is indoors. After the outdoors stuff, it has a slow hardline roll in the dark. This is also where the track turns black so that you can't see the green track indoors, which is really smart. A lot of parks do it. It has a drop angle of 90 degrees, which is fair. Like, Kärnan's drop is so good, it doesn't need to be beyond vertical to change. Like, it is so absolutely insane. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do a spoiler alert here. Skip to the time on screen because, well, this is the spoiler stuff. So, the spoiler is, when Kärnan dispatches, it has a little turn, just a little 90-degree turn. It has a little drop, just a little thing, and this is all in the dark. Then it goes up the 73-meter tall vertical lift hill. When you're at the top, you see this screen, and randomly, yep, it drops down backwards in the dark. It catches you like a little bit below the middle part of the lift hill, because when you look down from the back row, you can see you're only like 20 meters high up. Then you start going up again, and then you make it over this time. So, after you drop from the lift hill, then you have a twisted 90-degree drop. This thing is insane because you get laterals and airtime. I've only been in the back and second back, so I haven't like fully seen the drop, but it is so cool, so awesome. Just like the banking is perfect, and like Kärnan is really smooth. The only bad thing about Kärnan is, of course, it is smooth, but it has a slight rattle in a few places, especially the low to the ground sections. It has a small side to side rattle, which is, it's livable because you only have a clamshell restraint. Yeah, because it has a clamshell restraint, which is the same restraint type as a B&M Hyper or other Gerstlauer Infinity coasters, besides, of course, the Smiler. Then after the drop, you have a non-inverting sea serpent roll. I've never been on a normal sea serpent roll, but this non-inverting one is so sick because you have so many positive forces at the bottom of that drop. You can only begin to like actually see something at the top of that thing. You drop down mildly, you have this weird like twist. It's kind of weird. The drop, which is insane. Then you have this weird thing. It's like a bank turn, and then it turns down to the other direction. It's a quick whiplashy like turn. It's so good, so nice, so smooth at that point. That's probably my favorite moment of the ride besides the drop, because you get so much airtime and laterals on this. You have a 90-degree bank turn, which is just super fast. You have some quick turns, some cheetah hunt turns. Also, Macalodon has that. You have an airtime hill, which does give you really great airtime. Some more turns, some subtle twists. This turn, and an airtime hill into the brakes. And you might think, oh well, this is the final brakes. Nope. Just like I said earlier, goes indoors, has a hardline roll, and then has a turn into the brakes. The funny thing about Kärnan is the on-ride photo is in the brake run. Yep. While you're going downwards, the brake run, because it's like 45 degrees tilted downwards, it will slowly take pictures. You'll then see the scroll from the queue, like earlier. You'll see that, take a turn, and get into the station. You're behind the train that is loading, and then you're exiting. So while you went, a train got sent, and the other train is loading. So while you're getting loaded, other people are watching the show scenes. And Kärnan has 3 trains, which is really nice. And their operations are so sick. Shout out to the ride attendants. They killed it with everything. They are so fast. They get those restraints down so quickly, so efficiently. Sometimes you'll have to wait with your restraint closed for like 45 seconds before they actually can send you. The station isn't that much themed. It's just a little bit themed, you know. And then you'll exit with the backside of the bookshelf stuff. You'll take that and you'll head out into your shop where you can get everything. And overall, Kärnan is a fantastic ride. This is truly Gerstlauer's best ride. It's Gerstlauer's fastest, longest, and tallest ride they've ever done, which is nice. Because before I rode Kärnan, I had never really been riding those good Gerstlauers. Only been on a few Eurofighters and family coasters, but this is insane. The indoor sections are crazy. The trains are nice. It is 4 rows of 4, kind of like the Smiler, but you have clamshell restraints, so it doesn't really hurt. Although it has a little rattle, the merch is cool. Everything about this ride is just complete. It is really well made. The theme is awesome. I love everything about this ride, and I think you should go down and ride the Schwurish Kärnan just like anytime. Like, just step by. It's not that long from Denmark. Germany, it's not that long, of course. Even Sweden, like, you could just drive through and get there, so you should definitely go out and ride Kärnan. And for the final score, I am giving Kärnan a 9.5 out of 10. It is super great. It's not that 10 out of 10, but it is insane. The only thing that takes it down is the slight side-to-side rattle it has on those low-to-the-ground valley turns, but that is easily fixable with newer models of Gerstlauers, because Gerstlauers actually turned out to be a pretty smooth manufacturer. Some of their newer rides don't even have a rattle at all. Well, that's it for today. Next up on Roller and